All right, so before we go into our top 10 early stage finalist pitches, we're actually going to take another sneak peek into the future workforce of the 305. And as I've mentioned, we are here joined today from some wonderful schools in the Miami-Dade County Public Schools, part of their CTE, Career and Technical Education, including the Executive Director, Dr. Lupe Ferran-Diaz. Welcome to Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Thank you for being here. And before I invite the teachers up, I want all of you to think about, we're going to go back in time. We're really going to emphasize this use of the window. Who was your favorite teacher? Think about your favorite teacher. Why was that person your favorite teacher? Did someone come up? Raise your hand if someone came up when I asked that question. Did someone come up when I asked that question? So you, as you know, the impact and the power of the influence of a teacher, I would like to invite two favorite teachers, Marta Romero, John Sanin, along with students Jazmaine, Requeña, and Nathan White. Please come on up to the stage. Round of applause for them, please. I know the students would rather be in school at their desk. I know. We're sorry for bringing you here today to this amazing conference. But so the two schools here we have, and then, yep, all of you should have microphones. I think we need one more on this side, if possible. There you go. So John, maybe you can kick things off, share a little bit about Homestead Senior High School and what you teach there and how that's been going. What number is that on the bottom? Test. Let's take that.
Yeah. It's working. Okay, so I teach at Homestead Senior High School. I teach in the game design program. This year, the focus is a lot on VR, and we are working very hands-on with Unity, the Unity engine, and Maya, the 3D modeling software. But I basically got in the industry, not in the industry, but as a teacher from the industry. I was more of a graphic artist and level designer, and I met my wife. She was a teacher. She said, they are teaching these things in schools, and you should try it. And I haven't looked back since, and it's great influencing young minds and sharing my passions with them and teaching them a lot about what is possible in the industry and what comes after high school. But they are gaining a lot of hands-on knowledge and hours right now in some pretty top industry-level applications and certifications.
Awesome. Thanks, John. And Nathan, if you could talk a little bit about what you've been learning and maybe where you see yourself 10 years from now. It's a window. How do you see yourself? Yeah, I'm coming over.
Yes, I've been in that game and simulation class. I've really been learning how to do 3D modeling in programs such as Maya, and to put those 3D models in like engines, in game engines such as Unity. And with this skill, I think I'd see myself probably going into game design for one of my favorite studios, Triumph Studios, in 10 years.
Yeah, let's clap it up.
Awesome.
Clap it up. That's right. Yeah, it's great goals. That's wonderful goals. Any employers looking? We also have, and for the website, the internship program for Miami-Dade County Public Schools kicks off July 1st. So if you look up, Doc, what's the MiamiInterns.org. You can sign up as a company and host one of these amazing students. And then I'll bring it over to you, Ms. Romero. Can you share a little bit about your school and what you teach there?
Yes. Good morning. My name is Ms. Romero. I'm part of IT teachers, Miami Lakes Educational Center. I have the privilege to teach web development in my room. We have different capacities in the school. We have networking, programming, and web development. We have so many different other areas. We have the opportunity to prepare the students for industry certifications, so the kids have the opportunity actually to work in a company. As he mentioned it, we're going to have the internships during the summer, so students will be able to have real life experience. It's pretty much.
Thank you. And
Okay.
if I can also ask, what do you think, it's been a rough 2 years, right? What would you want the community to know about teachers and maybe what teachers have gone through during this time?
Basically, it's just to give the community to give more opportunity to our students so they can have a real experience. It make a big difference for them, and that way they can have a very idea what to do in the future.
Awesome, thank you. And Jazmaine, can you share a little bit about yourself and your goals?
Good morning. So, as Ms. Romero says, I'm part of the IT Academy in my school, the Cisco Strand, and yeah, I see myself as a network engineer. I really do love working in IT. I like building networks together, and topologies, we use packet tracers to use those stuff. Yeah.
Maybe you could share a little bit about how did you get interested in that subject? You shared a story with me.
I did. So my dad, he always works as, he works with IT. He always used to build, deconstruct his computer to put more adjustments and stuff inside of it, and it always interested me. So I've always wanted to do it as well, you know?
Awesome, thank you. And Nathan, maybe can you share a little bit about what would you want teachers or the community to know about you as you start to move forward and enter the career workforce?
Well, I feel like I would be a great asset to any workforce. I'm a pretty creative person. I work hard, and I'm pretty social. I can get along with people very well.
I'm gonna head on this side as we pass the mic to Mr. Sanin here. And can you reflect on that same question? Like, what based on where you are and here in a tech conference, many employers, what would you want them to know about maybe what teachers have been up to and how this has impacted?
Well, it's great to be returning to the playing field these past 2 years, being behind a screen and not being really to truly see your orchestra but in the return, I felt like I was composing again. I was seeing all my students working fluently, doing the rounds, seeing them each at different levels, building different things. And one of the most inspiring things that I like is I direct them as much as possible, but when I see them starting to create things that were in no way things that I had intended for them to build, that's when I truly see the fruits of what I do here. And it's just to inspire and to let them experience what it's like to surprise themselves a little bit with what they're capable. And programs like Maya, the certifications that they're in the process of earning this year, these are things that I wish I was exposed to at this age. And a lot of this I didn't experience till I was in college and in a master's program. And they have a lot of tools at their use right now, and they're going pretty far with it. And I think the more they progress with it, go home in the summer, start working on all these things more. I always say what we're working with here in class, try to get it to work at home and install these programs and move at your own pace beyond the classroom. But it's pretty awesome.
What would you want employers to know about your students that maybe they...
Okay. Well, definitely that my students I know they're going to be a lot more hireable, a lot more marketable. They're going to come into those companies with a lot more experience, demo reels, portfolios of work that they've created, and basically a love. If I can just share a little bit of that passion and they can catch on a little bit to it, I feel I've done my job. And, seeing them years later come and see me and visit me and tell me that, you were pushing a lot, but I ended up going forward and starting my own company or my own label, it's pretty awesome. But definitely they're coming with a lot more experience than anybody who's just started late in college or something.
And that's the wonderful thing now of what you have access to and what the workforce is expecting these days. So if you are an employer and you're, again, looking to hire an intern, and think about what does it mean to give a high school student an opportunity and what that could look for their future, I hope you will consider that. I want to thank Miami Lakes and Homestead Senior for joining us today. And we're going to now transition into our top 10 Emerge startup showcases within the early stage. So I'm going to welcome back Monica Mora, Director of the Startup Ecosystem for Emerge Americas.
Thank you.